to Around the Barn for the week of December 2nd.
A weekly look at all of Prep's varsity sports.
We're your hosts, Michael Daly
and Dylan Murray.
.144, where we will give you insight and analysis on everything from prep sports from this past weekend. So let's get into it. Last week, tryouts began for fencing, wrestling, and basketball. Best of luck to all the athletes competing for a roster spot and to the teams as they head into the start of a new season. The cross-country team competed at the Nike Cross Nationals Northeast Regional. Senior Brandon Rossi took 10th place in the open division, while sophomore Paul Ames placed 17th in a field of 200 runners. Congrats to the cross-country team as they finish up their season. On Friday afternoon, Prep's hockey team squared off against Canisius in the final scrimmage of the season, in a game that honored the life of former Prep goalie Jeff Holmes. Prep defeated Canisius 6-4 in a high-scoring affair. On Saturday, the Marauders opened the season against Canisius, where they beat the Crusaders 6-4. Nick Gallo and Mike Zdanowicz both netted 2 goals and had 2 assists as well in the game. Prep's goalie Nathan Bryant had 19 saves and 23 attempts in the win against Canisius. On Monday, the team traveled to Hollydale Arena in Washington Township to take on Gloucester Catholic, where they lost to the Rams 6-3. Goalie Nathan Bryant saved 21 pucks in the game, while Ed Seborowski, Nick Gallo, and Shane Schell each had a hand in the scoring. Prep Puck starts their season off with a 1-1 record. So get to the games and cheer on Prep. This has been the 144. I am Michael Daly. So long, everyone.
And welcome to the MetLife edition of Get Prepped. This Thursday sees 2 of Prep's varsity teams competing against Don Bosco. At 4 p.m., the 1-on-1 hockey team skates into the Prudential Center to take on the Don Bosco Prep Ironmen with a 5 p.m. swimming matchup at St. Peter's University. Hockey is back in action on Friday afternoon with a 3 p.m. visit to St. Augustine's to take on the Hermites. Bowling kicks off their season with the Crusader Classic on Saturday at 2:30 at the Boulder City Lanes. The biggest game of the week comes under the lights at MetLife Stadium, 8 p.m. on Friday night, as the 3rd-seeded Prep football team takes on number 1-seeded Perez Catholic in the state championship game. Now let's bring in JJ Post for some insight analysis for this Friday night matchup. Alright, JJ. Can you just tell me what happened last time Prep played PC?
Last time Prep played the Paladins. Paladins pulled out the win 27-21. It was a very evenly matched game, a lot of turnovers, but it was a game that didn't necessarily go either way. Prep played very well, and internal mistakes helped beat them up.
Alright, can you give me an X factor for St. Peter's?
Well, I think the X factor of this game would be the turnover margin. Last game against Paramus Catholic, a lot of turnovers impacted their game. They muffed the punt, for example. So these things they're just going to have to eliminate if they want to win the game. They're just going to have to take out the tiny mistakes, then play their own game, and I think they can beat Paramus.
Alright, now can I have your X factor for Paramus Catholic?
The X factor for Paramus Catholic is probably quarterback Andrew Brito. Obviously a star player for that team. He can air it out. He can run with the ball as well. So you're going to have to eliminate him. A lot of their offense will run for Brito. So if they can take him out, I think they have a good shot at winning the game.
Now what's the biggest key for the Marauders?
Biggest key for the Marauders, as I said, probably taking out internal mistakes. There are a lot of those mistakes, like the punt game, fumbling punt. Those were the mistakes that helped them lose the game. So if they can get out those mistakes, I think they can win this game easily.
Alright, finally, can I have a prediction for the game?
I'm going to take Prep here, because obviously, but I'm going to take Prep. I think they outplay them. I think they have overall a better squad. I think Jonathan Lewis is a star, George Porter Real is a star. They got a great defense. I think they can get to the quarterback. I think they can win.
Alright, so what do you think the score is going to be?
Prep 38-17.
38-17. Alright, and this has been the MetLife edition of Get Prep. See you next week. Welcome to this week's edition of Pride and Glory. My pride and glory goes out to senior Brandon Rossi for his top 10 finish in the Nike National Northeast Regionals in Wappinger Falls this past weekend.
My pride and glory goes out to the hockey team for commemorating and honoring the life of Jeff Holmes, who is not only an important member of the hockey team, but also an important member of the community. It was a great ceremony and a wonderful thing for the hockey team to do.
It's been a big week for prep sports, and we'll continue with the state championship coming up. For JJ Post and the rest of the Around the Barn crew, I'm Dylan Murray.
And I'm Michael Daly. So long, everyone.